Welcome back to Project Mayhem. Is that too loud?
No, that's about the right volume.
All right.
It's all in the post-production.
We've got a lot of people complain about the sound, so welcome back to Project Mayhem. Question today has to do with explosiveness on the explosive lifts.
Yeah, Britt Mandello asks, any advice for someone having trouble mastering movements with an explosive component, clean, snatch, etc.?
Now, one of the things that helped both of us out, we kind of said at the same time, is definitely working on your hang squat snatch and hang squat clean. So you're kind of working that position from the top of the knee through to pockets, if you follow kind of what Coach Bergner teaches. And so hitting that movement over and over again, using a fairly lightweight. I mean, I'd say you're probably around 50-40%, something that you know that you can move fast. Really focus on getting your footwork down, getting your feet into the right positions, and receiving that bar properly, standing up, all that good stuff.
A lot of perfect reps. Practice, practice, practice. Like Dan says, even if your overhead position isn't that great in the squat snatch, maybe even just work power snatch and try to work your depth a little lower, a little lower, a little lower. But it's all practice. Everything you do, everything we do, is we've done countless times in practice working on this stuff. It's not something you're going to pick up on in one or 2 weeks, or it took me a little over a year and a half to get my snatch to where it's even competitive. I wouldn't even say I'm still working on it. So it's not something that's going to be an overnight thing. Constant work, constant practice, and perfect practice. Make sure you're doing everything right. If it's too heavy to do the lift right, then don't do it. There's no point in training your body to do it wrong. So you might as well back the weight down, do it right. If you can do it right at that weight, add a little bit of weight until you feel your form start to break down. You're going to have a speed wobble every once in a while. We talk about the technique versus intensity in the CrossFit Level 1 seminars. And, when I say you're losing your technique, I'm not saying like barely out of line or something like that. But, if you're all over the place, you need to back the weight down.
A lot of things, if you are going to do like full snatches from the ground, at least, maybe you're still doing a power snatch, but you're doing it from the ground, slow down that first pull. Because a lot of times people get caught up getting the bar past their knees. So if you slow down that first pull a little bit and then concentrate, which is essentially just working the hang snatch range of motion, but you're still